And we are proud to say that we earnestly believe that we were the first national television newscast to bring you the story of the man in the wedding dress on eBay. Of course, it wasn't just a wedding dress. It was his ex-wife's wedding dress. He was trying to raise enough money to get some tickets to go see the Seattle Mariners, play a few baseball games, maybe some beer. But when bidding closed at 6:37 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time today, the price had reached $3,850. The page hits had exceeded $5.8 million. Now, the dress might be worth something, but it seems most of the price owes to the sell. Not only the singular job of modeling, but also the commentary, which includes priceless observations about the ex, such as, "Thank the Lord we didn't have kids. If they would have turned out like her or her family, I would have slit my wrists." And then there's this addendum about the publicity and emails the seller has received. "Most were thanking me for the laugh. You're entirely welcome. 5 years of misery was well worth the hearty guffaw that was my pleasure to give you." Till now, he has been known only as the guy wearing his ex-wife's wedding dress, but now we can introduce you to the man behind the taffeta, Larry Starr of Seattle, Washington. Mr. Starr, good evening.
Yo, dog. That's my Randy Jackson impression.
Very nice. And may I say that's a lovely dress you're wearing tonight.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What were you expecting when you did this? I'm assuming you did not expect you to get 5 wedding proposals out of the deal.
You know, there were a lot more. I got over 6,000 or 7,000 emails. And a lot of those were not only wedding proposals, but sexual trysts as well. So, crazy. There's a lot of crazy Americans out there.
Something to spend the $3,850 on, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
I have to ask this one, too. Among those emails, have you heard from the ex by any chance?
Not heard from the ex, but I pretty much expect to. So.
We'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
Somewhere in here there had to have been a publicity tipping point. I'm just going to say here, the pictures on eBay, you put a white dot covering your own face to protect your identity. And on the other hand, you went on the Today Show this morning, and you're now primping your hair. So the anonymity boat has sailed, my friend.
Hey,
when did this, as they say,
Kiss.
start to get good to you?
I just want to say, Kiss unmasked. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They had a run, and they unmasked. Here I am, unmasked. You know what I hate? I hate my hair.
Yeah.
I look like one of the lost Bee Gees, Larry Gibb.
You've been wearing the dress way too long, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
It's maybe a little tight around the neck and it's cutting off the oxygen. What do you do for a living? I'm assuming that you're not on the modeling staff of Modern Bride magazine. At least you weren't before now.
Yeah, I will be, right? There's a good gig coming up.
Yeah.
I'm a computer geek during the day, and I play in a band at night. Guitar. So.
Okay, so now it was on eBay. It was listed as $18,500 or so as the high bid, and then the thing started to drop today. Did that concern you? Now, how did that all work? Were those all phony bids that were thrown out?
Yeah, it reached 99. It maxed out the counter. Excuse me. It maxed out the counter at eBay yesterday at $99 million. Believe it or not. And so eBay security came in and took off and weeded through the bids that seemed that they were legitimate, and after more going through, I mean, eBay was terrific. Mm-hmm. I mean, they worked with my constituent all day long, and my buddy Brandon and eBay, they just were fantastic.
So the upshot of this is it was a $1,200 dress, or as you write, looks like a $1,200 shower curtain, and it sells for $3,850. Are you taking that $2,650 as pure profit, or are you thinking of it as payment for what appears to have been an absolutely joyful marriage?
Yeah, it's profit. I think maybe the down payment on a motorcycle to get to the ends game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see. And you also get I presume you get a picture of the woman who bought that dress and see if it looks better on her.
Yeah, true.
Larry Starr, it is better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all, but apparently it is best to have loved and lost and then humiliated and profited from the ex on national TV. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Bye.
It's wonderful. Before we leave you, the number one thing you also need to know about tonight's number one story, Larry's dress seemed pricey to you? No, the most expensive wedding dress ever. The bride from Brooklyn who walked down the aisle in July of last year in this gown worth $300,000, made of 50 yards of silk studded with 300 carats of diamonds, 3,000 Swarovski crystals, and presumably we're going to have another 4 years before we see it on eBay.